EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. On play action, Young. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really two types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
On first and 10, here's Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Here's a third down and 4. Out of the shotgun, Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Let's go now.
And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up second and 2.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
We'll come to the line now on second and 2. Schultz is the motion man. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
The give to Mixon from out of the pistol. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big game.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
19,
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That's caught, it's Joe Mixon. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Third down and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Young. It's caught. That's Deontay Johnson. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right.
Oh, big hole left side. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Young. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal. To throw is Young. He's got it at the 3. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. They'll run with Brooks. And he is not going to get in to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
They'll go. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a toss, right side. Whoa! And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. We are through 1. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And will return to Charlotte in a moment. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Shakir.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd and a yard. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
At their own 33-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. To throw, Young. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up. Here's Young. He's got his tight end. That's Sanders. Give him 14 on that one. It's a Carolina 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Young gonna give it to Brooks. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Young. And open downfield. It's Johnson. A gain of 21 on that pass play. It's good for a Panther 1st down. Back to throw. Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to the air. It's Young. Catch made. Right side. It's Johnson. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's Young. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves.
And he will score. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Panthers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll grab it at the 12. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 70-10
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
Two minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte. After this, they'll work now on 2nd and 4. A run here with Mixon. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
They'll run here with Mixon. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Quick throw here is complete. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And he is not going to get in to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th and goal. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll look underneath here for Brooks. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's Young to throw. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. A gain there of 15. It's a Carolina first down.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
To throw is Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Now a return coming from the 14. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now they'll set up to throw. And downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So at halftime, it's the visitors, the Texans, out in front as we get you down to Florida. Orlando specifically. It's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the give, this is Mixon. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one caught by Tank Dell. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Third and 6. Back to throw. He gets this complete to Shakir. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. To the left side, caught by Schultz. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. 15 yards the pickup. Good for a first down. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. In motion, Shakir. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans are going to open up the lead to 8. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Young. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Over the middle to his tight end, Sanders. 13 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Panther first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That's downfield. He's got Sanders, the tight end. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10, it's 1st and goal. A big play and a much-needed one as well. A gain of 57 yards. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Jonathan Brooks, touchdown Carolina. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Willie Gay. And the Texans are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 15. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he's in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Makes the score Texans 24, Panthers 15.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Tompkins on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. First and 10.
18, Pioneer, go!
To throw, Young. He'll go right and find his running back. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Go!
On first and 10, here's Young. Going up top. And he can't hang through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
Let's go now.
On the bootleg, it's Young. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Ready up.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Young. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Ready.
This throw left side taken in by Johnson. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Young. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
2nd and a yard.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Here's a run. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
No gain on the play. Leads to
Viking
2nd and
18.
goal.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Hut, hut.
A 2nd down throw for Young. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to get back to a 1-possession game. The Panthers will take their first timeout. field goal will make it a one-score game, but they want more here on 4th and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Texans first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Not much there. Stop short of the 20. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his man, complete to Dell. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Here's a toss as they look to run. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Tony, the man in motion. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he will get the first down. They took a chance, but they convert on 4th and 3. Here's Mixon. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll go right back to Mixon. Oh! And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's good for a Texans first down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.